Market update here on the 4th. So I didn't do one yesterday. The day before, just to summarize, we were above the 20 DMA going into the end of the day. So it looked like it was going to be bullish, but then again, we gapped down the next day, and now we're coming down. Yesterday, I did a little bit of research on the black box app that I have. There's some phantom prints, like pretty good amount here at 391 and 389. And so I was like wondering what level that would be at. And sure enough, that's the weekly demand level right here. So I'm kind of looking for something down in here soon, maybe even tomorrow. They have payrolls tomorrow. So we'll see if that's enough to sell it off even more. But we're just going right through the 20 and potentially coming all the way down here to 390 to 392. I bought puts at the start of the day. They're down pretty good amount, but I have both sides. I have it hedged, and I held them the whole day just based off that phantom print and just what I saw on the chart. So I'll get into it here on the lower time frames. Basically, this move right here. So we got the gap down right here, and then I don't know where I bought at. It wasn't a good entry, but I was basically hedging my position. They're short term too, but my thinking was those phantom prints are pretty close. They might be hitting. So my stop loss, again, this wasn't a good entry, but my stop loss, if it would have gone above 447, I would have definitely gotten out because that would have invalidated this being a 5-wave move. Assuming that this was the 4th wave, I think it was because it lasted almost a whole day. So my thinking is this is wave 1, this is wave 2, and we're currently going into tomorrow. Currently, well, this is second wave right here, and then it looks to me like this is another potentially something like that. So if this is the case, overall, I would just be looking for a third overall wave to hit 390-360, bounce, and then probably come down here to these phantom prints, 389 and 391. At this point, I've kind of given up on my expanded flat, what I talked about in the last video. I think that this is supposed to be a 5-wave move, actually. Unfortunately, it's a very, very crappy 5-wave move, but I think that this was supposed to be something like that, and then a 4th wave right here and a 5th wave. That's my best guess. Otherwise, if it is an expanded flat, it's going way past the 1.61 fib if it comes down here. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. And let me look real quick on here and just see if there are any other phantom prints that came in after the bell. Actually, kind of helpful. I kind of like it. This is my first week using Black Box, but I kind of like the fact that I can see all of the dark pool and I can see all of the phantom prints. So let's go ahead and check it out. We're going to go to options. Actually, I don't need to. So nothing today except for in the morning at another 389.75, 16K. So a lot of buying here at these prices. Hard to tell if they're selling or buying. Here's another one that just came in. All at 398.30. Then you had some at 396, 397, 398. So I can't tell if those are buys or sells. And it's still possible we go up tomorrow. This could end up being some kind of B wave, but I think there's a very good chance we come down here. So that's all I'm going to say on QQQ. On SPY, the phantom print was at 464, just to let you know. And then on IWM, it was like 193 or 192. On Tesla, there are none, but it looks to me like it hit my target actually yesterday, by the way, the expanded flat on the log chart. But on the regular chart, it still can come down here to 235.82, which actually might happen because this looks like it might be ABC right here, and then this looks like it could be like a nested wave 3, where 1, 2, 3, or it's probably going to go down farther than that, but the target would be probably 235 or so. And if it goes past the 1.61 fib, then okay, it went a little bit past. I would imagine it's still going to hold 230. And I still consider this an expanded flat. I don't think that this is a 5-wave move any way you look at it. So, at least from what I see. So, Tesla's basically bottomed. I'll be buying more shares though. If we do sell off down to here, I'm going to be buying down there. That's going to be a great buy. We are super overextended. On the hourly, you can see here we are at the very bottom of the range. And yeah, that's pretty much it on Tesla. Apple, I'm looking for the 200 DMA if we sell off. So 200 DMA is at 179.81. So that gives us about 1.5% down. And then I'm looking for a bounce on Apple. So that's it's pretty far extended. Even on the daily, it's gone very far down from 200 all down to 180 in about 3 weeks. So expect a bounce on that. The dollar. So I have it already drawn up here. I'm looking for something maybe up here to like 103 tomorrow. That is the 200 DMA on the daily DMA. And I'd be looking for a pullback and then maybe one more move higher after that. So maybe it goes a little bit past the 200, bounce back, and then move up higher. So let's go over one of the miners I've been looking at, Mara. I think that this could hit daily supply up here soon, after tomorrow, obviously. I think it can hit 27 to 30 one more time. Or it might have topped out today, but either way, I think it's coming down here to potentially all the way down to 13 bucks. The reason I think that is just based on, this is weekly demand right here. And we have a gap fill here. There's a gap fill down here as well at 1370. So I think that this is probably going to come down there somewhere around that area, and then it'll take off after that. Wash everybody out. Right now, 12% up today. But we'll see how it goes. This right here looks like it's the start. So we have this move right here. I'm looking at the 1.61 fib. And you can see right to the gap fill. That would be ABC. So this might last. Maybe into like the 11th or 12th. So we might see something like that, or maybe even just up to here, and then see a sell-off after that. They're probably at some point going to raise the VIX, I would think, like have the VIX take off and have a pretty crazy move down on everything, because they need to get some room if we're going to go up to new all-time highs, I would think. I guess they can just keep it around here and do this melt-up stuff continuously, but it doesn't seem like it's very, it just seems like they need to shake everybody out. Nobody is getting shaken out yet. So, what else are we looking at today? I think, for me personally, that was it. I was looking at ZIM. This is probably about topped out. Had a nice run, but I can show you on the weekly. 5 waves up here into this weekly supply zone, and now you have gaps down here at 8 and change. So I can see this coming all the way back down here to 8 bucks at some point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pull back to at least a pull back to 10 bucks, 0.5 fib, potentially all the way down here to 830. but pretty good move from the lows, over 100% from the lows on November 28th. So that's a pretty good move. AFRM. I'm expecting this probably to come down here to 40 bucks and then probably bounce after that. So I would be looking for something, I don't know where the 1.61 fib of 40 bucks is. 30 bucks, but there is a gap fill here at 27. So this can go all the way down here to it's basically hit the 1.61 fib. It might not make it to 40 bucks. It might only go to 41.70 tomorrow. And then probably going to bounce after that. But there's a big demand zone here, and then there's a gap fill down here. And I think it might get down to here. We'll see on the C wave. So whenever the market bounces and we make the next move down, maybe down here to 27. Super overvalued if you're comparing it to SOFI. SOFI has better numbers, and it's worth half as much. So I would not be buying AFRM. Hopefully there's not that many fans of AFRM up here. And then SOFI, I did a video yesterday. I'll go over it real quick. I think that we're probably going to hit this range right here, maybe 785 to 808, and then probably bounce. So we're probably going to see a 5% sell-off here soon, maybe down into this area, fill the gap. There is no gap there, actually. I just think it's going to come down here to this demand zone and then probably bounce. And then if that's the case, it's going to be interesting to see what it does from there. I don't know yet. This is obviously an impulse move, and I'm expecting a impulse move down. But again, this was ABC, and then this was ABC, so this might be ABC as well. You might see something like this. Let me see here. So you might see a 1.61 fib move after a bounce. So it just kind of remains to be seen what happens when we hit this level right here. I don't think it's going to go down much lower than that because you have a lot of support with moving averages here. And I don't think IWM is going to go down that much farther. Maybe like 191, maybe like 193. So that's pretty much it for today. I am leaning towards a sell-off tomorrow, but I am hedged both ways, and it's kind of guessing at this point. But the chart does kind of favor, I think, a sell-off down to the weekly demand. And you got those phantom prints down here. So that's it for now. Leave me a comment, like, subscribe. Catch you in the next video.